most humbly invite Srimad Swami Gautamanji Maharaj, Vice President of Ramakrishna Math and Mission Worldwide, the Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Math Mylapore, to come and address us, give us his benedictions to us, for us to succeed in this endeavor of multidisciplinary effort in understanding each other and to add value to humanity at large. Swamiji has worked extensively amongst the tribals. He understands the challenges of the youth. He understands what it means to transform youth, and being an advisor at the NCERT, his influence is prevalent amongst the Indian students at large. Swamiji.
Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmaswarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. My dear T.S. Mohanji, the compeer, Group Captain Vijay Kumar, Secretary, MMA, my monastic brothers and distinguished people in front of me. I am very glad today in participating in this workshop for the youth, where they will learn how to manifest the positive potentialities in them. You may all know, you may all remember that this workshop is being organized in celebration of the 125th year of the Chicago addresses of Swami Vivekananda. So I am going to give you a short history of the Chicago addresses, because you have got so many experts here to talk to you on different aspects for which you have come here, on different experiences of them, different way of dealing with technology, how to control your emotions, how to control your other things in your life, factors of life. So many experts are here. I am not going to go on any particular subject. I just want to give you an idea what Swami Vivekananda did there in a short time. As you all know, we have got a very small time of 15 or 20 minutes only. So, this workshop here has been called, because like this we have had so many workshops. Day before yesterday, on 11th, I was in Coimbatore, where 4,000 young men from colleges, selected out of 10 lakhs of participants in the Chicago addresses competitions of various types. They assembled there, and Prime Minister Modi himself addressed them on video conferencing. I was there. It was a joy to see the young people. They have come out with so much of positive potential inside them. Out of 10 lakh students we contacted in this last few months, 2 lakhs people have contributed in writing either essays or poems or appreciative write-ups about Swami Vivekananda and his relevancy to us. 20,000 paintings have come from this group. They have depicted what Swami Vivekananda would like in us, what he would not like in us today. All this is so revealing to us. So after that one I am coming here. That's why I thought this is all the effect of the addresses of Swami Vivekananda in Chicago. So, on my part, I would like to point out to the participants, to all of you, some unique features of the Chicago addresses of the great Swami Vivekananda. Every intellectual in this country knows the tremendous impact Swami Vivekananda's addresses had on the sleeping Indians, drowned in subjugation and slavery under the British rule. Swamiji's addresses whipped to arouse this nation to awake and march not only to attain political freedom from the foreign rule, but to become perfect men and women with an impeccable character and a harmoniously developed personality. That was what Swami Vivekananda's teachings. He does not want only us to be politically free. He wants us to be economically free. He wants to be emotionally free. He wants to be masters of ourselves. He wants us to be perfect men and women with impeccable character and harmoniously developed personality. Swami Vivekananda delivered in all 6 lectures in the Parliament of Religions. In the first lecture, that was from 11th to 27th of September 1893 in Chicago. What did he say? Swami Vivekananda started with a response to the great welcome the organizers had given. So that is the first lecture of him, very short, where you know his famous words of Sisters and Brothers of America, we see, which simply galvanized whole 7,000 elite audience of the world. In the second lecture, after 4 days, on the 15th, he speaks on why we disagree. Then he read the paper on Hinduism on 19th September, third lecture. That is the masterly exposition of the Hindu religion or the Vedic religion, which has been existing, as some speaker said, for the last 10,000 years. So this religion is so scientific, so rational, it can stand all the questions of science. It can easily be a universal religion. That was what Swamiji read in the third lecture. And fourth lecture was a very interesting one. The religion is not the crying need of India. He is telling before a Western audience, all of you people come and then try to give religion to our people. We have got enough of it. What we want is something more material. Our people are poor, they are dying of starvation. Famines are there, pestilence is there. Please give us help, technological and medical and educational, not religion. So he spoke on that on the fourth lecture. And in the fifth lecture, so he spoke then on Buddhism, the fulfillment of Hinduism. It is a very masterly lecture where Buddhism and Hinduism are one and the same. Buddhism complemented, supplemented what was lacking in Hinduism. Hinduism was philosophy, Buddhism was applied philosophy. Service of man, service of humanity, service of everyone, develop proper character, love man, love the country. This was Buddhism. So he spoke about the unity of Buddhism and Hinduism. And on the 27th, the final session, he delivered the great lecture in which he says, with these 6 lectures, he had made the Western world realize the glory of India, which made them think that India was not a heathen country requiring the help of foreign missionaries to save it. The audience, some of the audience there started whispering, saying, a country that can produce a Vivekananda, it does not require missionaries from us, but they should send their missionary to us. This is the Western people telling, the elite people, out of the 7,000 people, they started telling, it is India that has sent missionary to us. There is no need for our missionary to go. This is what Swami Vivekananda did. History tells us, that none else before Vivekananda had ever achieved such a success in changing the thinking of half the world regarding India through a mere half a dozen lectures, that too delivered on a foreign platform in a foreign language. Vivekananda, by his multifaceted personality, impressed on the world that India possessed a unique, great treasure that the world was in dire need, and that was her message of spirituality. He impressed on the world that India had preached the gospel of divinity of man, divine oneness of the universe, and the divine unity of all the religions. He told them that India had a philosophy which saw potential God in every man and woman. Real religion's work was to manifest this potential and make everyone a divine, a holy, and a loving person. Hindu religion, he taught, was that Hindu religion, he said, taught that everyone can realize God and become himself like him. This could be done through serving man, seeing in him God himself. Shivajnane Jiva Seva. See God in man and serve man. To serve man in that way is equivalent to worship of God. So he equated service of man with worship of God. He also demonstrated that religion was realization of God. It was the science of God. There was a method called yoga to realize and verify these truths of religion. That is God, individual soul, the laws of creation, laws of dissolution, laws of bondage, and release from the several inequities, inequalities we feel in our life. All this can be experienced. So it was not a belief, it was a realization. So for him, religion was realization of all these truths. Religion was a quest of these truths lying in the infinite consciousness behind man. It is a research in the internal world called the mind of man. For Swami Vivekananda, science also was a similar quest of truths of matter and the objects of the senses in the external world. Religion becomes perfect when a super soul or God, which manifests as all other individual souls, is reached. When we reached unity in spirituality, by seeing that all the creation is in God, we have reached perfection in religion. So Swamiji also posited a similar unity. Science also reaches perfection, he said, when it arrives at a unity of all forces and matter. He also predicted that at the deepest level of unity of souls in God, under the unity of all matter and forces in an ultimate matter-force unity, religion and science may meet to realize that they were both searching the same ultimate reality, the ultimate truth. Through the mind and intuition, that the religion achieves this unity through meditation and intuition, and the science achieves through experiments and through external implements, perfected implements. To Swami Vivekananda, there was no antagonism between science and religion. A deep, sincere scientist and a deep religionist would not deny one another without proper investigation through tried and foolproof methods. For example, in science, we take a great scientist like an Einstein. He is our science guru. Whatever he says, we accept. Similarly, in religion also, we take a great person who has realized the truths of religion, like a Krishna or a Christ, and we will consider him as a guru. We follow him and realize the truths of religion. So, in both the cases, we have to have the top people who have experienced in their own field what they preach. Swami Vivekananda presented the above spiritual discoveries of India to the elite audience of reason and scientific thinking. All religion, Swami Vivekananda said, were so many paths to the same God. Hence all religions are true and good for their own followers. They differ only in externals, that is rituals, forms, names, etc. But in the way of contemplation, in prayer, in practicing humility, practicing selfless service, and cultivating holiness, and experiencing spiritual truths of divine joy, all religions are the same. Swami Vivekananda taught that by knowing one's divine nature only, one can get over all fear, become really truthful and compassionate to everyone. That is what our religion says, that's what our Lakshmi Narasimhanji were telling, that this inner power, when it is manifested, the manifestation of the spirituality, that takes away all fear from us, all hesitation, all weaknesses in us. We become really bold, really daring. So, following such perfect ones, the common men and women also tread the path of honesty. When such great spiritual giants are produced, like a Vivekananda, this one man has infused so much of courage, so much of fearlessness, so much of daring and push into our young people. Even after 125th year, we see this. So this is because of the spiritual manifestation of that inner powers. So, following such great people, common men also tread the path of honesty, path of compassion, path of service, path of faith, path of prayer. Thus, a self-driven moral and ethical force comes into society. What we lack in society today is lot of science is there, lot of advancement is there, modern living is there, comfortable living is there. But we lack this moral and ethical force inside the society, self-driven. We must be moral by ourselves. We don't require police to keep us moral. So that would happen when people become spiritual. We will regulate ourselves into a particular mode by which everybody would be happy with us. We would be happy with everyone. So he says, to a self-driven moral and ethical force comes into society when we develop this inner potential that makes our human world a heaven of peace and joy. Now let me point out a few gems of Swami Vivekananda's utterances which have become immortal in their appeal to everyone. In the opening address of Sisters and Brothers of America, he says 3 glorious facts about India. He said, I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. He meant that India was a spiritual genius disseminating her spiritual wealth from the time of Rig Veda, some 5,000 to 10,000 years back. He thanked in the name of the mother of religions, meaning Vedanta or the Vedic religion, that religion was the backbone of this Indian nation because it has given all highest spiritual ideas to all the existing religions in the world. He thanks in the name of millions and millions of Hindus of all classes and sects. That means that even today, the common man, the whole Hindu nation practices the liberality, the liberal Vedic religion, which would welcome all the other religions as equally true and good. In his second lecture, Why We Disagree, he pointed out that we should open out our heart to all seekers of God, all seekers of spirituality, so that to whichever religion they belong. So we must welcome them, we must open our heart. His third lecture was a masterly one, a presentation of Hinduism in its basics. So when we read that one, it is not only Hinduism, it is the basics of all religions. He gives a strong ground on which all religions stand. He explains it to us. In his fourth lecture, he advises that man has to be provided the basic amenities of life before he is given religion. Thus, social service should precede preaching of religion. an empty stomach is no good for religion. He used to again and again say, we just go and give religion to people who are hungry. He said, social work must be done. People must be raised to a decent level, economically, socially, educationally. Then they become fit for religion. Swamiji stressed on that point. In his 5th lecture, penultimate lecture, he calls Buddhism as a fulfillment of Hinduism, because Buddha never denied the God that is held so sacred by the Hindus. Later on, Buddhists, they went on telling they don't believe in God. Buddha himself never expressed anything against God. Buddha was asked, does God exist? He said, did I say that he exists? Then does not God exist? Did I say that God do not exist? So he wanted to keep quiet on that one abstract thing. Why do you worry so much about abstract things? You follow the right path of moral and ethics. You realize the truth for yourself. What is the good of hearing? Whether he is there or he is not there and arguing about. He never denied the God or Brahman of Vedanta. Only he added to Hinduism the principle of service to the needy, service to women, to come up as a supplement to the teaching of philosophy of Hinduism. In the final and the 6th lecture, he gives his most important message of unity of mankind in their spiritual unity, which can be achieved through the practice of seeing unity amidst the diversity of religions, or in other words, seeing the harmony among all religions. He preached he ended with an extraordinary prophecy. Thus, he just prophesied at that time, 125 years back, upon the banner of every religion will soon be written, in spite of resistance, help and not fight. Assimilation, not destruction. And harmony and peace and not dissension. Let me close this short speech of mine with my benedictions that this wonderful workshop becomes successful and every one of us will go back feeling richer in our knowledge and wisdom. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Your benedictions are most important for us. It's really heartening to see the hall full. And I should say it is the destiny that ensured that all of you get to hear Swamiji. Professor Lakshmi Narasimhan set the stage of what this program would be like. Many of you might have become a bit intimidated about the technical jargon that he used, but that's real life. Many of you should also remember what our Swamiji told. 125 years back, Swami Vivekananda, young at heart, spoke science. And even today, we in India, we of the receivers of the Indic civilization have no conflict with science. We are in tune with science. And this workshop is proof that we can leverage knowledge from whichever place it comes for whatever we need to do, because at core we are human beings. We are the inheritors of the legacy of our rishis. We are scientific, we are spiritual. We put in efforts and everyday life is a sadhana. Yes or no? Especially if you are in the city of Chennai with all the traffic jam, you are struggling. If you breathe in, you are struggling because you are breathing in polluted air. 125 years back, Swamiji, young at heart, gave this very powerful message. It's reverberating here now today. It reverberated to the speech that Swami Gautamanji Maharaj gave to us. And did you know Swamiji is 91 years old, young at heart, putting a lot of our youth to shame and possibly set the aspirations that we all need to do what we need to do to be like him, most productive, most influential.